The lads, how we doing?
Aye, not bad, you?
I'm not bad, mate, not bad.
First things first, mate. What we're brewing.
You took it out. Yeah, that's it, mate. What are we brewing? What are we brewing?
Yorkshire Brie.
It's got to be Yorkshire tea.
Is I?
Sugar?
Why?
Nah.
I'm sweet enough.
Mm-hmm. I don't ever have sugar in my tea, but I have one sugar in my coffee.
I remember that. You in your flat white.
Aye.
And you watch it. Watch it What's it going on to the froth?
Watching it sink in, is something weirdly fucking satisfying with it.
I think when you I think you can tell a lot about someone from like the choice of brew. You know what I mean? I'm actually having a coffee, to be fair, because it is the morning, so I'm pretty sound. But what's that?
Sleep. It's too late for a coffee on this side. I wouldn't sleep.
Oh, 100%, mate. Anything after 2 p.m. and that's me. No caffeine. No caffeine.
The internet's doing good, yeah, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Going all right.
Shite, isn't it?
Hey? It's a bit must be doing
normally
right.
the internet's shite out here.
Yeah.
When we people on the FaceTime, it's normally breaks up, doesn't it? I can hear you crystal clear there.
That's what we want.
I normally have coffee every morning, and that's me. That's as far as I'll go with a coffee. Then it's either green tea or like
green tea.
I like a couple of.
So when I was thinking about getting you lads on, and I said it out loud, and I was thinking like a brew with Ne Filta, and I was thinking like that kind of does illustrate who you are, like with no filter. Do you know what I mean? So if you could kind of like, what is Ne Filta? Firstly, what is it?
Ne Filta.
What is it?
Ne Filta.
What do you mean? What does it mean?
So like, I feel like I kind of know what it means, but like, what is it? So like, obviously, it's just to give the audience a little bit of a background as to what it is.
Right. So Ne Filta, for those of you that don't know, is the name of our podcast. But what the actual term Ne Filta means is just the Geordie version of no filter. So it's just like, you know, and it's also NE, like Northeast, in it.
I've
So
actually just realised that. I never knew that. Ah, there we go.
Hey.
Hey.
Pretty cool, hey.
Pretty cool.
There we go. So how long have you been? When did you set the podcast up? It's been a few months now, hasn't it? Or has it been over a year?
Actually, just gone a year. It was September last year.
Honestly,
about to hit a year. Aye.
We never had a staff night out.
And the financial party.
Did you have a Christmas do?
Oh, we didn't actually. Oh no, went to Bali, didn't we?
At Christmas actually, aye. So
went up that Bali, didn't we?
We did, aye.
Oh, it's lovely up there, isn't it? Lovely. How long was you up there for then?
Went twice. Went last year for Steve's birthday, and then this year went at Christmas. So we're there for, what was it, a week?
10 days.
10 days or something. I don't know.
Every fucker got COVID.
I would did. While caught that COVID.
Dropped like dominoes.
Did you get it? You had it?
Yeah, how did I?
Yeah. I don't know if I had, to be fair. I just stopped I never tested positive, but whether or not I did, I have no idea.
You get the vaccine?
Hey, I did get the vaccine. Yeah. Did you?
Puff.
I had to get it, man. I had to get it.
I felt like because we were hoping to get away and stuff, so like we would just like, right, let's get it in, and then, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we just got it done.
Like we literally had them COVID passport things where when they started easing lockdowns, you had to prove you were vaccinated to do anything, go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I know that they started doing that in England, but they never actually did. They actually did that, yeah. So you had to like to go to a bar or restaurant, anything, you had to like scan your little thing. I
just want to see us. They haven't looked like a big dickhead.
What's that?
No, it doesn't matter.
So with your podcast then, what was it? Why did you kind of set it up then? What was the?
We're in lockdown.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So that was kind of just something you thought.
I know what else today, did we? I just living in here, so I was sick of tanning his arse on FIFA.
Okay. So it's funny. Like we actually, like me and my last moved in with these like the June of last year, so just like a year and a bit ago. And literally like a week after we moved in, the second lockdown happened, and it was fortunate in that, you know, we lived with each other, so we had a banter, now had the PlayStation on, playing FIFA and whatnot. And we spoke about it before at the gym, just like, is a bit of a piss take, oh, we should like do a podcast because some of them out there are shite, we could definitely do a better job. And then we just thought like nothing of it really. Then when lockdown happened and we had fuck all to do, we just thought, yeah, sure, we just did. And then we'll just be sitting around talking shite and having a drink anyway. So just put the camera on, get it on YouTube. If people like it to do. If not, then we'll give it a go. And then so it started off as a little bit of a lockdown project, and then it just went from there. Really, we started getting, you know, we hope we started getting a bit better at it. The content started getting a bit easier to make and all that. And I just been a year now.
It's good, mate. It's flown by that. Do you remember watching the first one? It was just like,
what was that? Oh, it was a box just fell down in the cupboard. Oh, it's all the mugs.
Oh, dearie me.
We'll worry about that later.
There's
a ghost in the cupboard.
So yeah, no, it's definitely from the I think it's definitely it is good now. Definitely the most recent. You have somebody on it as well.
Aye.
Jesse Moskal, is it or something?
Jesse Moskal, aye. Bootsy gets credit for that. Like, so he's the what do you call it? The talent acquisition manager, I call him. He's one who scouts that. And so I basically managed to get this guy on. Jesse Moskal, and he was basically, well, watch the podcast and find out the full story, guys. But basically, he was on death row. Plugs all over the place. He was on death row in Thailand, and mental story. And I managed to get him on and done an interview with him. And we've got a. Actually, I don't want to say too much.
I didn't tell any mate.
Don't say too much. No, let people. I'll pop the link below anyway.
Sorry, what was that?
I'll pop the link below for it on the bottom of the on the thingies on the notes. But so what?
That's kind of the direction we're looking to go in now as well, you know.
So you're looking at getting more people on and sort of going down that avenue.
Potentially, if we can, we're going to stick to our normal bread and butter show, you know, just being Bootsy, talking about headlines and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see.
Putting the world to rights.
See where it goes, aye. Me fuck, I might want to.
Hey.
Me fuck, I might want to come on it, you know, but we'll see.
I was so you've been to Bali, Boots?
I went to Bali.
How was that?
I loved it. I was nice. We were here for 3 weeks or something. I didn't want to come back, mate.
Did you do the usual? Did you go to the same sort of areas as last time, or?
We went to last time. We went to Seminyak, Gilly Tea, and Kuta, and this time we went to Leggy and Gilly Tea and Canggu.
Did you fuck one?
Did I?
Canggu, didn't you go to Canggu last time? Did you go to Canggu last time when you got that?
Very briefly, mate. I went there for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo, but I.
You want to show the guys a new tattoo?
No, I didn't want to do that.
You got another one?
I got a full belly piece.
Have you?
Aye. Oh. I'll send you a photo. I'll send you a picture after this. Fucking hurt, like.
Get your 6 pack on the shoot.
10 hours.
I should get your 6 on the camera. The views will come through the roof.
No, honestly, if this gets on YouTube and you get the pack out, that's it. We'll be straight through the roof. Love it.
Use that as your clickbait.
So what else did you get up to? What else did you get up to then?
Honestly, it was every other day was just it was either a beach club or hung out. Really, like we spent a fucking bomb. But I just 3 weeks on the piss. Really, like didn't even bother getting any temples. I know didn't get into nothing other than getting to the beach clubs and going for meals and that. It was mint.
Get yourself in for a massage.
No, none of them. I didn't like massage, mate. That was just nah. I haven't got the patience.
What was the only massage you were going to?
The what?
What was he says the only massage you were going to?
No.
When you went to Thailand?
No, when I was in Thailand,
And that's good.
I haven't got the patience for massage, mate. It tickles. Don't like it.
Good, it's good.
Like massage, Josh? Do you go for massage? Imagine being a PT, you probably get pals who did.
Every couple of months I'll try and get in. It's more just like get stuck into your back, do you know what I mean, and your legs, and it's good. It's worth doing, mate. What about you?
I was exactly like Bootsy. I'd never been for a massage in my life, really, until about a year ago. And
He went in the brothel.
no. My last was like a regular going for massages and that. And we got this healthcare basically, like long story short, like you get a percentage of like remedial massages and that's what I'm paying for it. I might as well get the benefit of it. So I went along with my last one day and you swipe your card and you get like $100 massage for like $20. Well, I'll give it a blast and got a full body, like intense, like sports massage. So now I go like once a month or something. It's just like a little treat now and again. And I do like afterwards, like sometimes they are really painful. Like some of them are really strong and they really go for it. And I'm nearly in fucking tears sometimes. But afterwards, I feel class.
Yeah, I think after a couple of days after, you do feel a little bit beat up, don't you? But when I got one in Bali, and she's about 45. She must have been about 4 foot tall. She just whacked me behind the curtain, and she's just like, right. She had her elbows in my. She had her elbows in the back, knees in the back. I was thinking, Jesus, but honestly, like unbelievable to be honest. Really, really good.
I do like it. Like
you've been to Bali, and where have you been, Steve?
The Toon.
Oh, you've been back home.
I sort of been like 2.5 years since the last time I'd been home or last time I'd seen my family because obviously COVID and that. So I was nice just to go back, just had 4 weeks just pretty much at home, a few day trips and that and just caught up with my family and my mates and that really, it was nice.
Good. Because last time, did your mum, did she come out to you last time? Am I right?
She came out it was June 2018.
That's when I was there.
Yeah, when you were there?
Yeah. I went
home kind of the following Christmas, and then I hadn't seen them since then. My mum actually planned to come out here a couple of times, like before COVID happened, but obviously it all got, scrapped because of all that shite. So it was the first time I'd seen them a couple of years. It was nice.
What was all right? So I'll put this for you both. And what's the one thing other than family and stuff that you miss the most about back home, about Newcastle?
Do you want to go first?
Oh, put us on the spot there.
I would say,
I tell you what, especially just lately because the tune's been took over and that, and then they've got the likes of Sam Fender and all that. I don't know if it's just because we're on the other side of the world and that. There's a lot of pride, isn't there? Like we've got tickets to see Sam Fender and that, you Sam Fender.
Yeah.
He's coming out. When's it? November. And then there's a tune night on Saturday. We're going
to try and interview Sam Fender for the show. See if the little backstage.
Aye. No, but maybe it's just like maybe it's just being in the tune.
I was going to say just like the feel of the city type thing.
But then obviously when you're there, guys, I think I just miss home because I've never been there for about 3 years now.
For me, and I think you appreciate it more when you've been away for a long time as well. Like when you live there all the time and that, like I definitely took it for granted before I came away for a long period of time. But even just like the culture of like obviously the Northeast, but also just England in general, like the people, the culture, the history and that. Like when I was back, we went on loads of day trips just up the Northumberland coast and that, just to see like all the castles and stuff like that. Now that's like 3,000-year-old castles are like on my doorstep, which you don't really get that sort of history over here. And obviously I've seen my last of these places where she'd never been before, and she was like blown away at like the history and that. And like that's kind of stuff that like there's loads of beautiful beaches up Northumberland coast as well, by the way, if nobody knows.
Get your start the
match lush in that.
We went to Time Out. Your recommendation actually. We went to Time Out for when we went up there. It was real. Went for breakfast on there. Real nice to be fair. And we've been. You took me there, didn't you?
Aye. Watch a tune match, mate. A tune match, in the Priory.
Class, it's spot on down there.
Yeah, it was nice.
What I was saying about the history, even the time of it, all the old ruins and that, haven't you? Of the old, like the day in the old graveyard, some 2,000 years ago and that.
It's nuts, isn't it? Like I think a lot of us when we go on holiday and stuff, we go miles away, and when you think about how much is actually on our doorstep, even in Europe, like it's mad, isn't it? Really.
Oh, I miss a good European holiday, like.
Aye.
And into Ibiza.
Oh, looking forward to a few of them when I'm back, like.
So when will you be back, mate? Or do you not? Are you sort of
End of next year, mate.
next year?
End of next year, like when the visa runs out, October next year. I think we'll do a little bit of traveling and then be for Christmas.
What about you, Steve? Are you a bit under wraps? I don't know.
No, I'm staying. I have to apply for my PR.
Oh yes, nice work.
Being any day now, but it is obviously a tough one, like because
Crocodile doing different.
it's kind of like there's stuff I love about here, which I think is better than England, but there's stuff I love about England, what's better than here. So it's kind of like it is obviously going to be a tough decision, but that's the decision I've made. Like I'm staying.
Would you say the quality of life is better in Oz?
I don't know. It is and it isn't. Like obviously the weather, you can't argue that the weather's better. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about everybody, but for me personally, I've just done better out here than what I was doing in the UK. Like in terms of my job and career and like money and all that, like I've just done a lot better here. So I don't know if there's just more opportunities or I just got lucky or whatever. But I was like chasing my tail in England. I was struggling, to be honest. Out here, I've been just
chasing the tail away.
I've just been I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be more so luck, mate. I think obviously there is a lot of opportunities out there, isn't there? But like you've created that luck, I guess, haven't you? You know what I mean? You've obviously found that, and it's good. It's good, mate. It's good to see. It's good to hear.
Obviously, and all that, and we've actually just bought a house up the Gold Coast. So our plan is when Bootsy and Layla go home, me and my Cass are probably gonna
my
Cass,
my last man.
So eventually. There's no kind of immediate plans or when it's going to happen and all that, but we've got a house rented out at the Gold Coast. So whenever we're ready, we're gonna migrate up there, and like when we're ready to like settle a bit and all that, because obviously our family's up there, and so
sounds good.
Hey, what? And stop yawning.
Yeah,
excuses there.
I mean, past your coming up to your bedtime.
Well past my
anyway,
bedtime.
Josh, what's new with you? What you've been up to?
What you brewing?
Oh, what am I brewing?
And now you've got a cup of coffee, but what's in the pipeline?
In the what? In the pipeline?
Oh. Who are you, the fucking polish?
No, we've not a lot really. Me and my missus, we've bought a house that's going to be ready in October. Work-wise, just continuing as we're going. And obviously the podcast as well. It's just something similar to you guys where I like to talk. I like to, like have a natter with people, have a brew. So I thought if we collab the both together, what do we get? You know what I mean? So we get a brew with. It's good just to get people on and just have a chat and see where they are with things and, and how they go about their life and stuff like that, really. So
how did you feel your first ever like podcast? Like
my first one was with a real good friend of mine, Matty Roberts, who actually he inspired me to go to Oz. So it was quite.
I watched that one actually.
I think a lot of people want to do a podcast, but they don't feel like they have something to say, if that makes sense. But people do have stuff to say. Like I think when you start to talk to people, there's always something.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's that?
When we filmed our first episode, right? Obviously, we had a drink while we'd done it, and then the next day, hungover, I was when we edited it and uploaded it that night, and I had a pure wobbler. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. But the next day, the Monday, when I was live and people were texting about it, and that I was thinking like, oh yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, who the fuck wants to sit in the snow, sit and talk shite? I had a proper wobbler about it. I was like, I didn't know if I want to do it.
Yeah, mate, it's a nerve-wracking thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, like you're.
My last had a word of his and sorted me head out, and eventually said, fuck it, let's just make it. But I'm glad I stuck with it, because I had a wobble at one point. He even had a wobble at one point, a few episodes in, where we ran out of things to say. Remember? He had a wobble during filming.
Did you?
Yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Did you have do you have headphones in when you were doing it?
At the start, didn't we?
We used to listen to music, but we have one headphone each to listen to music to kind of, because we were a bit nervous, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we've had obviously a good 6 weeks off now because we've been away and that.
The headphones
we're coming back this weekend though, guys.
Yes, I'll be tuning in. I need to watch the Jesse Moscow one. That's got me interested. I haven't watched it yet, to be fair.
Yeah, get it watched. But now we're at a point where we used to like do loads of takes and like edit loads of editing and shit because we're not things to say. Now we're pretty much 90% of the time just do it in one take.
Ne Filta.
It's like
It's Ne Filta, yeah.
Kind of we're comfortable now where it's not like awkward or we're out of things to say. We just go with it and just bang out an episode, just flying them out.
Because as well as is like the feeling afterwards is kind of like when you've actually put something together and you've done it, it's quite satisfying, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Ask Steve about that.
So I'm like,
I just turn up, me.
Like I was saying, he's the talent acquisition manager. I'm the pretty much the chief editor now. My last take 15 episodes or something, but then I shadowed her a bit and like she showed us the ropes, and now I'm flying with the editing. So
mate, it's looking really good. You can really see how it's sort of progressed on, and you're doing the
he lines them up out the park.
What's that?
He lines them up and I knock them out the park.
Is that? Are you doing like memes and things now, aren't you, as well? Like I've seen them popping up now and again, which is quite, they've got me creased, to be fair. They're pretty funny.
Pretty much his brainchild again, that.
I thought it would be, yeah. And I quite like some of the old stuff from Bootsy's YouTube as well.
Oh, fuck that.
When he was the scares and stuff like that.
And that's got about 8,000 views now, that.
Mate, there's some.
How's your job going, like, Josh?
Yeah, going well, mate. Going well. Yeah, enjoying it, mate. Finally found something a couple of years ago that I actually enjoy doing. You know what I mean? Like I think before I was just doing it. I was just working for the wrong reasons, really. I wasn't enjoying it. I was just doing it to earn money, really. Do you know what I mean?
As you do.
So, like, a lot of people do, don't they? A lot of people just keep working along and do something they don't necessarily enjoy. But I sort of was in a position where I was working away a lot, and I was like, there's got to be more to it than this. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh man, I'd be ringing my missus up, and I'd be like, I said, you get home on a Friday. You've done it, haven't you? You get home on a Friday. You know, you've been away all week. And you've got 48 hours before you're doing it all again. And I was just like, I can't be doing this. And then I just thought, like, I've always been into kind of like, you know, like the game and stuff like that. But I wanted to just sort of see how it went initially. I thought, well, what I can learn is I can apply it to myself, like my own sort of training, my own lifestyle. And then I always, as I say, I like to talk and stuff. But I think what I really do like is actually helping people. So I think if I collaborate the two together, you know, we kind of come out with a bit of a PT. So, yeah, that's how that came about. And it's going well, mate. Cheers, yeah, it's going well.
Good on you. Enjoying it?
Yeah, mate. It's like just that feeling of like I don't think like, oh, for fuck's sake, like I'm at work tomorrow. Like I'm actually like, let's go. Do you know what I mean? I've not had that forever before, to be honest. It's always just been like, oh.
That's about that.
What are you still doing the same sort of stuff then, both of you, or?
I'm plumbing, me again.
Yeah.
So I'm a sales manager at an insurance company, so pretty much what I was doing, but different company.
Oh, is it a different company now?
So the first company I got sponsored when you were there went under, and then I got re-sponsored at another company doing sales. Oh, here's Wallace coming in there.
Here's Wallace.
Hello, guys.
Oh yeah. Hi. Hey, are you all right?
When that went under, I got re-sponsored at another company.
Oh yeah.
And I've been in it going on 4 years now, actually.
It's mad. 4 years. Like I can't even believe it's been 4 years since I was there. It's nuts.
We've been in Australia about 6 years now or something.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No, 4 years ago, was it?
It will have been, won't it? Because yeah, probably 20 must have been, yeah, about 4 years ago. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? Nuts. It's crazy, isn't it, to think how we met as well. Like, you know, doing banana. Yeah, the BB. Like that place has had so many shout outs with people on here. Like it is ridiculous.
Yeah, he gave him a couple of shout outs and then he got onto a Facebook. Then he says, I hope you're still giving the BV shout outs.
Really?
I think he could give us a shout out, the daft cunt.
And if you could share the lads' podcast on Facebook or something. Share
your
podcast, extra fucking hits, you know.
He
watch it. Start sharing about fucking podcast.
Come on, mate. Step up the game, mate.
Oh yeah, Steve had a dream about making us last night.
Actually, did you know? I had a dream last night. I had a dream last night. I was in the BV. Don't know why I was back at the BV, but then I went away for a weekend trip. When I came back, Mick chucked down my stuff out and moved somebody else into my room. So I was out offered, stood around the BV, screaming Mick's name.
Did that not happen to you, Steve, already?
Nah. Didn't happen to me.
When you were there? No?
Having said that, we weren't far off. Like, we were on the last warning. Monster.
It was mad, mate. Absolute change. I've recommended quite a few people to go there as well who've just gone travelling. I've said,
I would recommend someone went there.
Class times, man. We were just saying before we jumped on the computer. Like, it was a class experience compared to some of the horror stories you hear from other people doing farm work in Australia. Like, some people are literally like in the middle of nowhere in a tent in a field, slaughtering cows and shit, yeah, doing horrible shitty gutting fish or whatever. We had it sweet, really.
Yeah. No, it was great. Oh, we probably won't be sat here having this conversation, mate, if we didn't do that.
I know, man.
But we wouldn't know it. So, do you know what I mean? So,
envious the bananas, by the way. Fuck that.
What's that?
I don't envy us doing that bananas. That banana pumping was meant to be a fucking
banana pumping.
Banana humping. Oh, there was some serious craft.
Bootsy was thinking banana pumping.
I wasn't pumping any bananas, mate. I think I did half a day.
You did
more of that.
Bit of de-suckering.
I did fucking every job you can possibly do on that farm.
You done some de-suckering, but it wasn't that doing the farm.
I was gonna say I had this conversation with James Logan, and we were saying like the names that they put on the farm, like de-suckering. Like if you didn't know what that was, it'd sound like, you know what I mean. What have you been up to today? I've just been de-suckering the guys, you know. It's like what?
Me and the guys been de-suckering.
When was the last time you seen anyone from the farm, like Josh?
The last time I've seen Andy Arthur about 2 years ago. And then I think it was about, or maybe it was last year. Obviously still see.
We had to get Andy on, yeah, like.
Hey?
We had to get Andy on this.
Get Andy or Lloyd on.
Both of them, I get to pay them on.
That'd be,
you could get on, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We could, you know, this is the thing, like people have got so many experiences as well, and like, but yeah, Andy. I went up to Glasgow for that. I've obviously seen James as well, quite a bit, maybe 3 or 4 times. What about you? Have you seen anyone?
Nah, not for a while, really. A couple of years ago, I don't know if you remember Josh Goldoff. He might have left for you. You don't know Josh Goldoff? And Corey McCulloch? Yeah. I've seen them in London a couple of years ago. But other than that, I've actually bumped in 1 or 2 people in the city that I know the faces, but didn't know them all that well in that. But that's it really. And obviously, I speak to yourself from time to time.
Yeah. I want to switch it up a little bit then. So I'm going to go into what do you reckon about Tyson Fury then and Anthony Joshua? What do you reckon? What's your thoughts on it? Do you reckon it's going to happen? Do you think?
I don't know. Well, apparently it's happening, isn't it? 3rd of December.
Is it definitely happening? Yeah.
Well, apparently the negotiations went quiet because the Queen died. So out of respect, they didn't want to they just halted negotiations till like yesterday or the day before something. But apparently Joshua's accepted it and they're just waiting for Fury to send the contract over. But I do think it's kind of good on Fury to give AJ another big shot at gold. But at the same time, I don't know if he's kind of preying on him because he's coming off a bad defeat. But he'd say that he'd done quite well, to be fair. It wasn't a bad defeat, but he got beat. And mentally, after the fight, it was the kind of, we've never seen him like that before. Like, unstable. Is his head in the right place to be fighting Tyson Fury? I mean, I personally think you would get battered off Fury at the best of times. Never mind coming off that defeat where his head's up his arse.
I know, he kind of saw like a different side of him. Do you know what I mean?
He's unraveling, isn't he?
So you think
either way a Fury's and a batter him, like there's no 2 ways.
What do you think about Sam?
I reckon so. Like I don't think he stands much of a chance with Fury. Like,
but at the end of the day, it's probably AJ's last massive payday, a shot at the titles. And if I was AJ, I would take it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know who else if he doesn't. Who does he fight? If he doesn't fight Fury and doesn't fight, say Wilder, Wilder would knock his head off.
Chisora, someone.
That would be a hard fight for him. I think. Like he's not even that good.
What about that Ortiz? There's a few good heavyweights.
I think he's retired now after Ruiz beat him.
Did he?
I think so.
Because now AJ's not like the top draw card anymore.
Nah.
He's like down a peg or two. There's
Aye.
loads of heavyweights in that kind of
Yeah.
middle realm of heavyweights that are interesting fights. You know what I mean? Like Wilder, but I reckon Wilder would.
One knockout punch, aye. knock him out.
Is Ruiz, is he talking about fighting Wilder? Is that
Aye. I
going
think he
ahead?
got knocked as well.
I think anybody gets knocked out of Wilder other than Tyson Fury,
Aye, aye.
pretty much.
And
It's
it's not like a great boxer, is he? But he's just able to catch someone every single time. Every time, isn't it?
who, Fury or Wilder?
Wilder catches
Wilder, yeah.
whoever he fights, unless it's Fury, we even caught him, put him down, but he just didn't knock him out. But everyone else, he's knocked out, hasn't he?
Well, what do you reckon if Fury ever fights Usyk? What's your opinion on that fight?
I thought it'll be a really good fight. I think I am a bit biased towards Fury just because I just think he's ace, to be fair. But and just the way that he fights, I think a lot of people are going. He's going to take some beat. He's going to it'd be hard to stop him basically. But it'd be a great fight, really good fight. But I think Fury would come out on top. And what would you say?
I would say so. I think purely on the size difference alone, like you could even, you might argue that Usyk's like the better boxer, but I think when it comes to Fury's height and like he's on a lean on him and put his weight on him and just, I don't think it's a good fight, to be honest. I reckon Fury will pace them.
Well, I thought he was done, but then there was a part of me that thought he done. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's going to be around the World Cup time, isn't it? I think as well.
Aye, that's going to be good. That's creeping up,
Yeah, I mean, well, it's December, isn't it? So it's
all of December, isn't it? It's the end of November, all of December. That's going to creep up on me before and now. It's going to be Christmas.
Well, I just put my annual leave in for Christmas this week. Starting to make the plans for Christmas and that.
Oh, it's mad, mate. It's mad, isn't it?
So how have you found living back in England the last 4 years then? Did you settle back in easily or was it an adjustment? Did you miss Australia or what was the crack there?
I think when I first got back, it was great. Like you say, you've been away for a while, you're catching up with people. That sort of wears off after a few months. And then I was like, what next? And then I got into a job and I was like, I still had that itch, do you know what I mean? Where you think, what if I'd have stayed? Like, what if I'd have got the sponsorship and stuff like that? And that was on my mind for a little bit and I actually thought about messaging Rick back and sort of saying, any chance? But
yeah.
What's that?
I remember I was keep texting you, are you fucking coming back or what?
I know. I kept thinking about it and I was like, I thought I'll hold off for a little bit longer, and then it did pass over time, to be fair. I sort of got settled and everything and then was pretty good. But I would like to come back out at some point just for a visit, maybe. But probably won't be anytime soon. But no, it's good, mate. I don't mind I don't mind it. Obviously, the weather is. I think the quality of life in Oz is probably a little bit better, just because, like you say, you've got the sun, so you've got the vitamin D, you've got the beach, you've got beaches here, but.
Hey, how nice is it being this year though in England, man? Unbelievable.
Nobody can complain. It's been unreal, mate. We've like 37 degrees.
I felt it was like hotter than Australia.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be coming into it now, though, won't you? You'll be getting back warmer now, will you?
Well, we're in for another wet summer, apparently.
Oh gosh. So what's next for you guys then? With the podcast thing, where you kind of hoping, what you kind of avenue you're looking at doing? I know you mentioned about getting people on, but where do you want to be with it?
Oh, I don't know. See how it goes.
Well,
as it goes.
We're on the Joe Rogan show in about 2 weeks.
He's on water. He's coming on water show.
Is he getting him on?
So like we say, we always just said we do enjoy it. We'll give it a go. We did actually say it first. We'll do it for a year, and if it gans anywhere, we'll just sack it off. But it's been a year now,
so we really should have sacked it off.
But having said that, like we have got our core viewers. It's not like loads on out, but people do enjoy it, and we're just thinking if we just keep going and make on somewhere, and we might as well make the most of it while we live together, because like you say, eventually we're going to move back to England and that, and it'll get a bit more difficult if we want to continue doing it, being on opposite sides of the planet.
Well, now if it's worth carrying on.
Aye, so we'll just stick it out and then we'll see where it goes. You never know, it might take off. If not, then we'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? It's like you'd never regret the risks in life that you took, you regret the ones you didn't take. So at least you give it a fucking shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. Like you said, there's no harm in trying, is there? And I'm sure it'll work anyway. I'm sure it'll go well because you just got to keep doing it. You just got to keep doing this, keep creating, and you keep doing podcasts, keep putting it out. Whether or not some people will get something from it, some people won't like it, and that's so it is, isn't it?
If you didn't like it, didn't watch it.
There you go. There you go. There was one thing I did want to sort of
Like and subscribe.
hey.
And I says, if you do like it, then fucking share the cunt.
And subscribe. There you go.
You get any of your mates their podcast as well?
Zero.
What's that?
You get like none of your mates like sharing your podcast. You think, oh, I'll get loads of support off your mates, then like none of them share it and that.
Well, then you kind of find out who's who, don't you? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've had Luke on actually as well. And that was good. That wasn't a bad one.
Hello.
Looks
To
like
be
you've done
fair.
well for yourself.
Yeah, Luke's doing really well. He's doing really well. To be honest. There was one thing I did want to give the audience a little bit of an insight into, which is something I know you two are big onto, and something that you hammered home to me when I lived with you both and stuff. So I want to talk about a little bit about the monkey. I want to give the audience a little bit of an insight into, because I know it's a big part of what you lads are about.
One. You
I'll
can
let
take this one.
Steve's better at putting it into words than me.
Tell you
So
what.
let's start with what is it?
So basically, the monkey is like what people call. So basically, in the northeast, since like the late 80s, early 90s, has been like a underground, like hardcore rave scene. It's known as the Monkey now, like largely because there was a nightclub called the New Monkey, and that's when we were kind of growing up. When we started listening to that kind of music, the big club at the time was the Monkey. So you buy your tapes at the market on a Sunday. They were called Monkey tapes. So you heard this New Monkey tape, and like you'll get all your favorite MCs on it and all that. And it's just basically fast-paced kind of techno. It's got like Italian like tunes. So basically, the DJs would go overseas to Barcelona and stuff and bring back tunes from abroad. I've actually done a podcast on this very subject with a famous DJ from the Northeast, DJ Matteo, who was one of the DJs at the Monkey. So watch that on the podcast if you haven't seen it already.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. That's actually had the most views since our first one.
I get that
basically, this is what it sounds like, guys.
Oh,
Oh, is it not playing?
I can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah, that's good. Turn it up a little bit.
You're gonna MC. I'm not
There we go. Can hear it now. Ah, there we go. So, what is So I always thought it was like a. So is the Monkey not a DJ? It's just a like collaboration of.
It's just a term for like that style of music, basically.
Right.
Like, people
So it's like a genre.
Strictly not called the Monkey, but that's just like locally what people call it, because it's just we used to grow up listening to
Northeast rave,
like live DJ and MC sets from a nightclub that was called the Monkey that played that kind of music. But there's all different kinds of clubs and that over the years. But when we were growing up, it was the Monkey. So we all our generation call it the Monkey.
It's crazy.
Like Makina and that in it.
Aye.
It's got a few names, but
I think I've heard that Makina because I think Patrick Topping's been playing some of that stuff.
That's right. Aye, does that.
Right. He's from the northeast.
That's it, innit? He's doing well for himself.
Nice, no shields.
That's from Newcastle. But you haven't seen one. There's one of the episodes, maybe 10 episodes ago, and Ne Filta about this very subject. If you want to learn more, guys, this is your Ne Filta podcast, guys.
This is another plug. But no, I think don't you think like everywhere in the UK has different, like not everywhere, but they have like different sort of types of music when you're growing up.
Little mad subgenres of music and that. What's it down your way?
We were into like it was a little bit of like there was stuff like DJ Cammy and stuff when we were younger. Like it was all like how can I say it? And like things like Destruction, and there was loads of like mad. It was all similar sort of stuff, all just sort of mixed up into one, and there was just different versions of different stuff. But no, it was all just like dance really, and stuff like that. But so I guess it wasn't that specific, but No, probably not as specific as what you guys are talking about. But no, it's mad. It is pretty mad just to think about how it changes and things.
Apparently, the monkey, if you want to call it that, it's very popular in Scotland, isn't it? Specifically in Glasgow. Like a lot of the local DJs and MCs from Newcastle go up and do sets in Glasgow.
Oh, really?
I didn't think he does, you know.
Does he not?
Nah. I've asked him before, him and Lloyd, like they didn't nah.
Maybe even before their time. I don't know.
Aye, I don't know. Andy's into guitar. Andy's doing well, isn't he, with his band and that?
Yeah, he seems to be. Yeah, he's. I think I saw something somewhere that.
Them rock stars.
What's that?
He's one of them rock stars.
He lives like a rock star. There's our Andy, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he?
Big shout out, Andy, if you ever do decide to listen to this. What a guy. What a guy.
Boy.
So yeah, I think that's quite a good way to kind of round us off. Really, I just wanted to kind of I wanted to get you guys on for a while. Like when you two started yours, I was like, I knew it'd be good, just because I know you both like well enough to know how good it'll be. And I thought once I started, I was like, yeah, like it's just good to get a catch up as well because I've not spoken to you either of you properly for a long time. So it's just good.
Aye.
Good to hear.
You're not getting rid of it that quick though. How long's that been? I thought this cut off after half an hour.
Must be because we're being dialed in and it's not R1.
Oh, do you pay for the thing, do you?
For Zoom.
Aye.
Yeah, I use it for work as well, so I do get the for that one as well. So have you got any plans coming up like recent, like soon? Anything in like next week?
Well, we've got something on Saturday actually. There's like
I tell them, man. I tell them.
the UFC Sydney thing. We want to talk with that.
Yeah, but what is that? What is that then?
Oh, it's because the matches on at 12 o'clock at night, so it's like a bit of an earlier one. So I thought it was £30 a ticket, and we thought that it was just like 30 quid, and then you can watch the match in the specific bar. But it's actually a full weekend of activities, but we're not going to do them. But one of the things is they're doing a photograph at the Opera House, and they're trying to break the Guinness World Record for the most amount of Geordies in one place in Australia.
Is it going to be a good turnout? Reckon.
I think they've sold 100 tickets.
If anyone's at the Opera House at 4 p.m. on Sunday, they might get the fright of their life. I'll be with 600 Geordies there.
Oh. That'll be all right. That'll be decent, won't it? What do you make?
You've been to Cheers, haven't you? On
Cheers Bar, yeah. I think we watched the UFC there before, I think.
Wall Street. Aye, we have. Aye, it's an Harry Bar.
Last time I was there, we went to watch a match the last time, like fucking 3 years ago or something.
How are you getting on with how's the bouncers and things? How's the bars?
Mate, I've given up in that, honestly. It's fucking pointless, Ganut, isn't it?
They are fucking bad, to be fair.
Have they cracked on even more?
He's got better though.
Oh, it's an improvement.
These days, he's not like the old Bootsy used to get smashed in his brain before he went out and then wouldn't get in the first bar.
What's that?
I'm saying, we used to get smashed in the house before he went out and then he wouldn't get in the first bar.
Yeah.
And now he's not as bad as that. Like at least last 2 or 3 bars. It's not my drink the last time, isn't it?
It's one of but I like depends where you're going. Like I had a belt that night out in Newtown a few weeks ago. Didn't get hided at one place we got hided off, but it wasn't out to do with me. And then but like the likes of Bondi and Coogee and Cronulla and that, fucking no chance. They say you come in a mile, they hear you speaking. No, not the night, mate.
At least this weekend we'll have one designated bar where it'll be loud.
I think that'll be fine, that one.
Like. Oh, you'll be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. They'll be expecting it, won't they? That's the thing. But
kick off at 12 o'clock, I need.
Aye, kick off at midnight.
Who are you playing? Who is it this weekend?
Bournemouth.
Oh, is it?
Is it? Aye, 12 o'clock, and there's other things we could do, but it's not doing it. It's there's a 5-a-side football tournament and everything. Aye, there's loads of stuff on Fridays.
You pulling the boots out? You getting the boots on?
Ah, fuck that. Nah, not for me. Like,
did you used to play?
Me, way, aye.
He was class. He got scouted for the tour when he was a kid.
Aye.
Did you?
I had trials for the tour. Aye. I was good. Like, but then at about 15, 16.
You hit the drugs.
No,
You've been on that weed, have you?
No, I just fell behind at about 15, 16. Like everyone else developed quicker than me, and I was left behind. And then
What position was you?
left wing,
Left wing.
left back in the changing room.
What about you, Steve? Do you play or not? Who's more like
cracking footballer, Steve?
No, mate, I'm terrible at football.
Spaghetti legs.
Even like when I was in like year 7 and my big brother was in like year 10 and we'd play football with their year. And my brother was like team captain, he still wouldn't fucking pick me as my own brother. We'd stick me in goal or like stick us in defence or something and just fucking blast the ball at us. Boxing, football was never my thing. I used to do a bit of rugby and boxing when I was younger, but I was a bit like Bootsy actually. I was playing rugby for a bit for the local team, but then everyone started like developing and I was just a skinny little kid and I was just getting smashed off these massive lumps. So like I had to pick between that and boxing. At least in boxing, when I was fighting, I was with somebody who was within a certain pound of me weight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rugby pitch, I was just getting smashed up like pretty much fucking blokes. I was like, fuck this.
Is football's probably the biggest thing in it in Newcastle in terms of sport wise.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what it is in Newcastle? Nah, it doesn't matter.
Go on.
I was going to say it's only football in Newcastle League, but then there's obviously
we do have the hockey team's gone now. There's a basketball team. There's actually some good boxers, some good up and coming pro boxers in the northeast.
At the minute. Either is
so boxing's actually pretty popular in the northeast. We're pretty fucking handy, you know. It's football's the main thing. Like it's massive.
Are you getting back in the ring, Josh?
No, mate. I've had two, and I ended up both times. I fought someone who was southpaw. Both good boxers, to be fair. And I didn't find out. I was waiting to go out. The most recent time was sort of before you do your stage walkout and all that jazz. I found out he was southpaw, and I was like,
oh. Fuck.
So instantly, I'd been training. You know, as you do, you're training more or less as if you're fighting orthodox, and then it was a lot taller. He had a big reach. I was heavier, but he was a better. But he'd been boxing a bit longer, and he was. You know, it was a close one. The most recent one.
Southpaws have the advantage because they fight and they spar with orthodox people all the time.
Exactly.
Because obviously, like southpaws are there's a lot less of them, isn't there? Like left-handed people. So then when they come up against orthodox, it's easy because they do it all the time. But for an orthodox come up against a southpaw, it's like, oh, fuck's sake, you start standing on each other's feet and all that. It's mental,
mate, it's so tricky as well because, like, you know, I was only doing it like a beginnerish level, but as you say, because you've been kind of you're going the other way. So then the minute you start to go to the southpaw, you're like, I want to get leveled there. Do you know what I mean? Good fun though. Hey,
seen my eye there? Cocked like a pistol in it. I'm getting old, me like. My eyes are
now. How old are you now? 33.
Aye.
33 going 53.
Aye. Fucking eyes. Look at it. Hey, get me off this fucking program.
Oh, lovely. No, that's good.
I look like Lawrence Fishburne.
Who?
Lawrence Fishhead.
Lawrence Fishburne off the Matrix.
Lawrence Fish hat.
Aye.
Well, yeah, let me know when it's going live and we'll promote it on the show. We'll share it on Instagram and all that.
No worries, mate. No worries at all. As I say, it's just good to get you on and have a catch up and find it gives. I feel like there's always something that someone can take away. So I feel like, you know, whether it be whatever that may be, even just to come on and just talk a bit of shit, like, do you know what I mean? It's good. It's good to catch up and see everything, what's going on and stuff. So that's your plans for the weekend, and you're back podcasting as well.
Aye. So I've had a big break after obviously we both went away. This weekend is our first podcast back since
2 months.
July.
2 months at least.
It was like end of July, middle of July, the last one we put out. But it was nice to have a break because like we do fly them out every week. Before this break we had, when we came back from Byron in the new year, we literally put a podcast out every week from January till end of July.
Yeah. Months, that's consistency, mate. You were getting your reps in there.
Oh, I flying them out. So it was nice to have a bit of break, but we're ready to get stuck right back in.
We need to work out how to get higher up on the YouTube algorithm, though, didn't we? I feel like we get lost in the depths of YouTube there.
Yeah, it's a big old game though, isn't it? There's a lot going on. Like you think about now people doing it as well. Like there is some good podcasts out there, to be honest.
Tell you what though, there's some big ones that are fucking shit. Like them fellas, I can't stand them daft cunts. And the true Geordie, he's the fucking pits, him like. Not right. Shite.
Why?
He's honestly the worst Geordie I've ever seen in my life.
Why? Put some context to it.
I get a watch of him, man. He's fucking shit. And his little mate, what's he called, Lawrence? I'll tell him. It's a Ne Filta. This is Ne Filta podcast, guys.
Didn't you? I remember watching one of your podcasts and you not offered somebody out, but you said, I'll fucking fight him. Who was that?
I offered the true Geordie on for Steve. Because he's
They said we would fight Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Good brothers.
You fancy it?
Jake.
But no, it's mad. It's mad. But no, mate, I think that's a good way to round us off, lads. Where can the audience find you guys? Where are you at? What's your main Instagram, YouTube?
Ne Filta on Instagram, so NE_FILTA, and search Ne Filta on Facebook and also on the YouTube. We're actually on Spotify now as well, guys.
Boom.
So, wherever you podcasts, you'll find it.
And what can the audience? What could they expect from your podcast? I'm sure they've got a little bit of an insight from this one.
I just general crack, really, like we like to blow the lid off any current goings on. Didn't we? Blow the fucking lid straight off it.
So we'll talk about sport, bit of football and boxing, current affairs, conspiracy theories, and all that. Whatever's going on in the world. And I would like to get the odd guest on now and again and blow some lids off.
That's it, blow. Oh, I love it. Blowing a lid off. I love it.
One
lid at a time.
Who's next up for you, like Josh?
There's a couple of people I've been talking to. A lot of people who I kind of get on are just obviously people I know. I've not really. There's a couple of guests I've had on who I didn't really know that well, but yeah, I'm just sort of seeing it really, just see what happens. Again, not really fully sure. I'd like to do an in-person one.
I so would we.
I think. I mean, maybe I'm not going to give too much away, but maybe in the next season or something, maybe I might try and see if I can get something set up where, we get someone in person somewhere. That'd be quite cool. I've no idea who, and I'm not fully sure where yet. Hey,
not fancy teaming up with someone?
What do you mean? As in co-hosting? Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if someone comes around and they enjoy a brew and they like Yorkshire tea, then or coffee, then we'll give it a crack.
Hey, what comes around goes around.
That's it. That's the old one. Right. Well, thank you for thanks for coming. Hey,
what time you at work?
You what?
What time you're at work there?
What time I at work?
You work today? No.
Yeah, I'm going to work this afternoon, and then I'm working till about 9 tonight, so a bit later.
Oh, lovely.
So, you'll be on the bed. What time is it now? 9 o'clock.
I'll be going to watch
5-9.
See if I can catch me program, but chances are I've missed me chance now. Like,
right. Well, I'll love you and leave you there.
A pleasure, mate. Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you for coming on, lads.
Watch what you're doing, Joshy. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, lads. Take care. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye,
mate.
Bye.